Okay, Alpesh is back in the studio to talk us through some of the other business stories making the headlines this morning. Bitcoin mania takes off. This story is on Bloomberg. Bitcoin, for the uninitiated, quick guide, what is it?
It's basically a virtual currency. It's got all sorts of various benefits, but it basically means it's not money in your hand, it's digital currency. And as an asset, because you can own it like you could own pounds or dollars or whatever else, this price point has made a heck of a lot of millionaires owning it. But the warning to people is, it's not Apple stock. It's very volatile. We have an algorithm which we use to trade sterling, yen, euros, traditional currencies. And that trading algorithm works perfectly well with those. We've been using it to trade currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Guess what? It works just as well on those, which tells us this has come of age. This is a trading currency.
Because it's so interesting. It's just gone above $5,000.
Yeah.
In the summer, it was down at $3,000.
Yeah.
We had Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan Chase saying that he would fire anybody who was foolish enough to trade it.
But others
But
in
they're
the
starting
banking
to change
industry.
their minds.
And they're also interested in the blockchain, aren't they?
Exactly.
The ledger behind
Basically, the
currency.
technology behind it is what I've just spent 2 days with the Department of International Trade here in the UK, and all the experts are saying to me, blockchain is like what the internet was 20 years ago.
What is blockchain?
Blockchain is basically, like you said, it's a ledger. It's a technology which allows me to know where that money's been. So I can monitor that you've got it, now it's gone to somebody else, now it's gone to somebody else. But because it's an open ledger, I don't need a bank, I don't need somebody else. The theft becomes very difficult, but it also means I can monitor where the funds are going. I'm working with a company called Worldwide Generation. You know what they do? They work with the UN to make sure that the money goes to where it's supposed to go. So just imagine governments can be more transparent and they can know where their money is going and the right people have it in their hands. It has all sorts of implications, far more than
implications
just like the internet. We don't know what's going to happen in 20 years, but
like
it's that
a
important.
disruptor like Airbnb, of course. Airbnb, though, now going into construction and its own branded apartments that it hopes to rent out.
This, again, it's going to be one of those things which we talk about it, but it's going to be revolutionary. It's not just a minor story, and I'll tell you why. This won't annoy the neighbours so much because you're going to have areas where you're going to have people just using these blocks of flats. But here's the really exciting twist to this. Not only does it open up travel for people, which like cheap airlines did because of Airbnb, but imagine you don't need parking spaces because you've got a link with Uber, another big disruptor. So now you can have these blocks in areas where you don't necessarily need great public transport links. You don't need that congestion. You can have more buildings there. So I think between Airbnb, Uber, these kind of companies, we haven't even begun to imagine.
Not quite there yet. But anyway, Alpesh, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
For talking to us here on Business Live. Lovely to have you. Thanks for watching.
That's it. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.